Hello and welcome everybody, this is TJ Productions, and this video has been quite highly requested, and it's about the rare Doctor Who books. How do I find these rare Doctor Who books, and how can you track down these rare Doctor Who books and add them to your collection? First thing is, why do I collect the rare Doctor Who books, and why is it like a main part of my collection? I personally find the Doctor Who books incredibly fun to collect, and it has turned into a hobby of mine. Not only is there just a huge amount of Doctor Who books to collect, and with a variety of different ranges, such as the Target hardbacks, the W.H. Allen and the Alan Wingate hardbacks, the Telos Deluxe books, Doctor Who Classic Annuals, the painting books, with the more well-known ranges like the Virgin New Adventures, the BBC EDA and PDA range, the Virgin Missing Adventures, and then to the more obscure ranges such as the limited US exclusive hardbacks they did in the 80s, charity book, and to books that you never believed even existed. That's why I collect the Doctor Who books. There is so many of them and the variety is huge. Now I am pretty well known for rare Doctor Who collecting and finding rare items, but it's mainly at this point in time with the Doctor Who books. As you know, I have a great number of rare Doctor Who books, so I usually always get the question of where do you find your Doctor Who books, how much do you pay for them, a lot of questions. And yeah, with counting the books which are going to be in Showcase 50, still some time away mind you before that's released, I have got over 100 rare Doctor Who books, and I mean rare Doctor Who books, not common, not uncommon, not quite rare, rare. So I have a big amount of rare Doctor Who books, so it makes sense why I get a lot of questions around my Doctor Who rare book hunting. It's always nice, it's always lovely and nice when people talk about my rare Doctor Who book collecting, and some we get inspired by it, they love watching the videos, it means a lot to me. But yes, if you're one of those people who wants to get into rare book collecting, as I have had messages like that before, but are struggling to find these books, then I hope this video does help you out. Because I always go by the motto, nothing is as rare as it's made out to be. Nothing is as difficult as it's made out to be. That's the motto I go by with these Doctor Who books. Most of my Doctor Who books which I find and get, I pay a small amount of money for. People think I pay big for most of these books, when in truthfully, I don't. I'll just list a couple right now. 1971 annual, I've owned two before. One of them I got for £10. The 1969 annual I got for £10, and those two annuals can go to the 100 to 200 mark. Target hardbacks, I paid £10 for some of them, £15, £20, £5, bloody £2.50 for one of them, which we'll see soon in Showcase 50. And as well, I do own one of those incredibly insane exclusive reproduction annuals, which I got not too long ago actually. But yeah, I actually have one of them now, so I've reached the peak when it comes to Doctor Who books now. When you're looking on eBay, you can see a lot of stupidity sometimes, where people will put insane amount of money on some Doctor Who books, but when you look in different areas, it's in fact cheaper. This is definitely seen with the Target hardbacks, and my god, sometimes it is bloody ridiculous. Some people would go lengths as £150 to £200 on even one book, and even £100 on any Target hardback, in my opinion, is pushing it. Sometimes you need to go that extra mile to really get something, but by looking at the Target hardbacks, you don't need to. Every single Target hardback I've got, I've paid less than 50 quid for, and the highest, well, actually was £53 with Genesis of the Daleks, and it was a non-X library after all. Never be stupid with the Doctor Who books sometimes, especially the Target hardbacks, because you can get them for bargains if you look in the right area. If it's Amazon as well, all of them have the possibility of coming up on Amazon. They're nothing like the charity books, because unfortunately do not have ISBN links, so therefore there's no link on Amazon at all. So charity books can be difficult in another area, which is then to appear. Target hardbacks, always look on Amazon, always look on eBay, look on other sites as well. For example, The Smugglers was listed on eBay not too long ago, and what I did was, before I do any sort of bids or anything like that, I looked around the internet to see if I could find it anywhere else before I go into that bid war, because I knew for a fact there's going to be some stupid people in that bid war. So what I did is not bid on it and looked everywhere on the internet to see if it was there. And that book, after all, went for like £124. And it would have been pretty depressing if I paid that much money for the book and I looked somewhere else and it was about 20 quid. So yeah, eBay and Amazon are definitely the best place, but always be careful and clever when it comes to these Doctor Who books. I definitely recommend a Doctor Who website known as Timelash. Go into the TARDIS library, you will list a massive majority of the Doctor Who books, not all of them, but definitely a massive majority of them, and look on the Amazon links and as well the eBay links. It will help you out. The thing is, which collectors do wrong, is rushing about and panicking when it comes to collecting Doctor Who books, Doctor Who rare items or whatever. You've got to play it more patiently, really, and more clever about everything if you want to get it for a bargain. Money obviously helps. If you have a lot of money, it helps. But there are definitely ways you can get these books for a bargain. Got to play it clever, got to be patient. As I described of what I did in the situation with the smugglers. And if I found a copy when that bid listing was up, you have to find out. So even though I've got lots of Doctor Who books and I've got one of those reproduction exclusive annuals, there's always one Doctor Who book which to be my true obstacle, and it is my most wanted Doctor Who book of all time. It's the Early Years Deluxe. I've got the Key to Time and the Celebration. However, the Early Years, when it comes to these Doctor Who books within like the top 20, those are books which you unfortunately can't mess about with. You can't faff about with them. You have to have good money and good preparation on your side with those ones. If it's a bid, you're definitely going to expect a bid war, 1000% sure you will. But with a note on Amazon, sometimes I take risks and they work in my favour. This book, for example, I didn't know it was the exclusive US edition of the Giant Robot because the seller never stated that. It just said Giant Robot hardback. So this was not the W.H. Allen hardback. This was actually the US exclusive. So sometimes taking risks can be good, but Amazon, I do see it to be the highest when it comes to scams. So be careful with that. And the final thing is build up good contacts with collectors, and I do this. That's how I've found quite a few of these rare Doctor Who books, and I have done trades before in the past as well. And sometimes I build up duplicates of rare Doctor Who books. I either trade these to someone else so I can get a rare Doctor Who book I don't have, or I sell them. I've had duplicates of the 1971 annual, I've had duplicates of Perfect Timing 2, I've had duplicates of Target hardbacks. So if you're looking for something, I might have it, but I usually get rid of my duplicates pretty quickly. So yes, I hope this video helps out. It feels like it'd be quite a short video, but this has been requested quite heavily if I discuss around this area of rare Doctor Who book collecting. And yeah, it's definitely fun. I hope it goes well for you. And yes, I will see you in another Doctor Who related video on TJ Productions. It will likely be a Big Finish review. So thanks for watching, and of course, have a good one. Good luck on the rare book hunter.